can't flirt because they can't reach anything good.
They can't grab a booby or a buddy. They can use their tail to grab the butt. They can do a little tail butt. And that big long toenail.
But it's the next partner over. That's the other couple.
Well, then the female velociraptor gets pissed about that and bites off his head after mating. You've heard that. Is that the rules? Or is that anyway, you were saying about how to frisk a beard. Yeah,
there must be a video somewhere where they're like, then run your hands laterally through the beard material.
Like a TSA one.
Like a TSA one.
And the poor model that had to go for the gig.
No, you and I will get that job. That'll be our next job. When we get agents. Any day now, we're going to go, you know what, going to get it together, going to get my headshot redone, going to start going out for some of these industrials and commercials. Yes, exactly. And then it'll be like Beard Frisking 101. That'll be your first gig. You had a Sunny Delight commercial.
I did have a Sunny D commercial.
Oh.
I was this kid. Maybe you saw me. Hey, kid. He's talking, and I talked to him, and he went. So
you ridiculed my shorts.
I didn't ridicule your shorts last year. You wore the shorts that were
plaid shorts.
White plaid shorts, which were all the rage, and they swept the nation. So I live where trends tend to start. So I travel out into the world, and I go, oh, that's right, people are still doing the plaid shorts. And
California, it moves, it comes in California, and everyone's like, check us out. We're
cool. New York and LA,
this new thing.
It ends in Kansas City, basically.
It rolls, yes, and ends up there.
Yeah.
So I came over with my, and sir, no offense, my white plaid shorts.
Yeah, no offense. Is somebody wearing them?
Yeah, he's wearing white.
Yeah, there you go. All right. Got a couple more months out of those, dude. Trust me. See, I know what's coming. We're all doing tutus in LA. In fact, get ahead of the curve. Get a tutu. Walk around with it. You'll be ahead of the guy in LA said this was the next thing, man. All the hipsters wearing tutus.
So I went short shopping.
So what'd you get?
A bunch of shorts. You're going to see one pair a day until you leave. I'm going to wear my shorts.
You're aware that I'm leaving Monday.
I only bought 2 pairs.
Very short tour. You know what's weird about that? Completely unintentional. I left my mouth, you guys started growing, and I went, why are they? Oh, it's a short tour.
I didn't get it to this now. I was puzzled the whole time. I was as puzzled as you. Short tour.
Yeah, why are they growing it?
Are they making a comment on professionals?
And I got it.
They make a big deal out of a tour when it's only 2 days? And what are they saying?
No, I made a short pun.
I was on stage, I think you were there, and we were playing a game called 185. And
that was a dream.
No,
I was there. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
And the game is you get any, you get an object. Like shout out any object, an item of some kind, something you find done at the kitchen sink.
A beer.
Beer.
Okay.
Kitchen sink.
So beer.
Who the hell stores a beer for the kitchen sink?
The joke is 185 blanks walk into the bar. Partner says we don't serve blanks here. 185 blanks say punchline. And so 185 beers walk into a bar. Partner says we don't serve beers here, which is ironic. 185 beers say, well, we're just going to hop on out of here. Right? That's the way the game works, right?
Make it into a joke.
And when you do it in a show format with a paying audience, and we were doing this in comedy clubs back in D.C., and there'd be a rhythm to it, and you could really get something going. And so someone said blades of grass, right? And so everyone's trying, and one of the things you can do is get up and crash and burn, because it's fun to watch someone go, 185 beers say, and you just watch them crash, because you got to just jump up. Sometimes you don't even know what you're going to say at the end of the sentence, but you just commit to it, and by the end you think of something.
Yeah, you become brilliant suddenly.
So I get up, and I pretty much crash and burn, but it got a laugh.
What'd you say?
I said 185 blades of grass walking to the bar. And I'm thinking, I'm like, oh gosh, where's the grass? It's green. They get mowed. Plowed? No, that doesn't work because that's not really plow grass. But that's what's going on in my head.
20 minutes later.
Bartender says, we don't serve blades of grass here. And I'm like, nothing. I got nothing. 185 blades of grass say, hey.
And they started laughing.
Well, it starts laughing.
Yeah. You said, hey.
And I'm like, oh, I must have crashed and burned really funny. Like I made a funny face or something. And I sat down, and Brian goes, hey.
I kind of remember that.
Do you remember that?
I travel with, we hang out every now and then, and we'll be like in a car, in a coach, going from village to village. No one cares, right? Okay, so we're in one of our trucks, and I'll say something, and he'll say, and I'll make a comment or whatever, and he'll say, yes, like the pelt of a beaver. And I'll go, yeah, like the pelt of a beaver. Like, what the hell are you talking about? 10 years ago, St. Louis, Missouri, comedy convention, that he'll do the whole story like that. Your mind is like, you meditate, so your mind is like a steel trap. And that's amazing. I want that memory. I want to get that. No, there's no joke there. I just kind of want that memory. Let's just stare at each other for a while awkwardly. I remember a similar thing to your hay thing. I was doing a show at another Renaissance fair, and the guy that does Dead Bob, a guy named Clark, and he was backstage, and we had a stage door that was on an elastic thing, so it's spring load, you could open it, and he would make it talk occasionally. He'd just mess with me, Broon, and what is it, magical door, and he'd do some shtick with me, and I'd shtick with him. And he did, knock, knock, who's there? Interrupting cow. Maybe you all know the joke. I say, interrupting cow, I got halfway through, and of course he goes, moo! And then shuts the door. And I had a moment of, I went on with my show, and then I went another show, then I finished my day. At the end of the day, me and a group of friends, we all went out to dinner afterwards. You know, he was there, Clark was there, you might have been there, I don't know, we're all sitting around this Mexican restaurant laughing, telling stories about our day. Oh, yeah, it was a good show. Oh, this was a tough moment. Oh, blah, blah, blah. And so I'm telling this story. I'm like, hey, here's something kind of weird. I'm doing my show, and Clark, you opened the door, and you said, knock, knock. And I said, I played along. I says, what is it, man? The door, knock, knock. Who's there? Interrupting cow. And before I could finish, you interrupted. And right at that moment, right at that, 10 hours later, and you So I didn't get shorts, you didn't get hay. It's funny because when you're funny, you assume that we're going to get everything. And when I'm off stage, people mess with me, and I'm always going, huh? My brain is just not in show mode unless I'm up, like up here.
There are three modes of comedy. Comedy comes, in those moments, it comes through you. Right?
What?
In those
Three modes of comedy.
Well, okay, when you do the joke, when you construct the joke,
yeah.
And you go, I know this is going to be funny, I'll set this up, and then I'll give them something they didn't expect, and then you execute, and then they laugh. That's comedy being done by you.
Right.
In those moments where it just happens serendipitously out of nowhere, you don't even mean to be funny,
yeah.
It's happening through you.
Ooh, so comedy's like a men that floats above you, and it gives its godlike presence to your body, and then out of your heart, caring for those around to be joyous, it manifests your vocal cords to put words and syllables together that you throw out there, thus making laughter happen.
Kumbaya.
Kumbaya.
And then the third mode is like something falls on you, and comedy's happening to you.
Like later you go by
It's like what Mel Brooks says. If I get a splinter, that's a tragedy, but if you fall in an open manhole cover and die, that's comedy. By the way, I don't know if you know that, but there's Waldo. Waldo's right there in the middle of the audience.
I thought when I had kids that